Well, I mean, there are strong feelings on the punishment. Women MPs have talked to me as well, and I entirely understand the feelings. My own officers in Home Affairs, men as well as women, have very strong feelings too. And we need to deal with this as a matter of policy. So I've asked my ministry, MHA, to do a review on what penalties should be applied. So the review will have three areas to cover. One, the penalties for such cases in general. Two, the extent to which the educational background and other factors of the offenders, the extent to which these factors should be relevant or should not be relevant, or some of them should be relevant or should not be relevant. And three, the relativity in punishment between this offense and other offenses. For example, how would the punishment here compare with punishment for, say, a simple theft or a spitting offense and so on. So we've got a proper relativity. We will consult stakeholders on this. And the penalty framework in the end must make sense. And when the review is finalized, I will make a statement in Parliament. On specific to the facts of this case, I would prefer not to comment. I think we need to be careful. I think it's natural when people are unhappy, they look at the courts and the judges. But the judges decide based on what is presented to them. I think courts are not the issue. Courts are independent. When we disagree, the approach should be to look at the legal policy framework, which the government can change, and which is what we will do. And bottom line, I've made this clear many times, the laws here protect the vulnerable, the weak, and of course, women's protections in Singapore are very high. And we have to continue to make sure that is so, both in terms of the penalty framework and the application. As regards the cases on voyeurism, use of technology, I think you might recall the law was changed. A new offense of voyeurism was brought in. Previously, it would be insulting the modesty. But now we have offense of voyeurism specific. Penalties have been increased for those offenses. All of this has been done in Parliament. And the law was also changed specifically to recognize, for example, violence amongst intimate partners and give more rights to people who suffer such violence. As I said, the penalties for some of the voyeurism offenses were enhanced. New offenses created. So the whole area has been reviewed as regards voyeurism and technology and other similar offenses. Voluntarily causing hurt, which is what the young man was charged for, the penalties, as I said, are stiff. So I don't want you to misunderstand me and automatically give your readers the impression that therefore the penalties are going to be necessarily increased. They're quite stiff. So we need to look at the application, how they applied, how is the policy, how is the government policy applied, and whether we need to give a clearer signal on how it ought to be applied.